UFC Fight Night Kansas City coming up this Saturday night. Brian, 3 tremendous fights on this card. Let's begin with the main event. Demetrius Johnson against Wilson Reis. How do you see this one shaking out?
Look, for Mighty Mouse, another flyweight defense. Not a sexy opponent. This is a reboot from the co-main event at UFC 201 last July that never came off with Johnson getting injured. He'll be the heavy favorite here, but what's at stake really is he can tie Anderson Silva for 10 title defenses, which would be the most in UFC history, and would also set him up for the future. There's talk about him possibly moving up in weight, fighting Cody Garbrandt, the bantamweight champion. A lot at stake. Hayes can fight on the ground. He can do some things, but DJ just too well-rounded.
Co-main event, a women's fight, Brian. It's Rose Namajunas against Michelle Waterson. Who wins and why?
Look, this might be the best fight we've seen in the last few months on paper in the UFC. Namajunas still somehow just 24, right? Creative submission artist, aggressive. She can do a lot of things, but every time she step up to the highest level, she's fallen just short, including that split decision loss in her last bout against Karolina Kowalkiewicz, which cost her a title shot. Michelle Waterson, the karate hottie, she's on the rise. She just destroyed Paige Van Sant. That was a statement-making performance. I think the winner of this will have themselves in position for another title shot. And I think Rose, as much as I love her game, I think she's going to fall just short. Karate hottie on a hot streak right now. She can do a lot of things. I like her to go over by decision.
And Brian, finally, Jacare Souza against Robert Whitaker. A lot on the line in this fight. Explain it to the viewers.
Look, for Jacare Souza, doing his best work at 37 right now, which is really remarkable, the former Strikeforce champion. This is the last fight on his UFC deal, though. He's got some leverage at this moment because the UFC middleweight division is chaos. Michael Bisping, the champion, is going to be fighting GSP later this year. Everyone else sort of waiting in line. Robert Whitaker may be next, but if Jacare wins this, it'll be interesting to see. Does he attempt to get back in line and get a title shot? Or does he take his business elsewhere? A lot of guys going to Bellator these days for a lot of money. Watch this fight closely. Whoever wins this could be in line for a title shot very soon.
For continued coverage of Fight Night 24 and all things UFC, keep it locked here, CBS Sports.